Okay, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. I have tried to film this video 3 times. Like 3 or 4 times. And things keep happening. Okay. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. I was planning to I film a music video, post it by the end of this week. That's not happening. I have a song done. I really like it. I don't know if it's going to come out. We'll see. And the reason I say that is because of 2 reasons actually. First up, I really do like the song. I love it. But the thing is no, if it does come out, it's not going to be like this week. And this next week. And that's because I'm taking this next week. And from this point on, for at least a week, on more of a calm week, a week with not much going on and stuff, because of the fact that I'm doing it not really as a recovery week, but as I need a more calm week situation. And I think because of the fact that partly because of yesterday, we did not keep Susie, as you know, because she loved my mom's brother. My mom's brother loved her. She loved my mom's brother's dog. My mom's brother's dog loves her. It was we couldn't do that, and also just that kind of really the only reasoning. And she kind of just didn't warm up to us, quickly. I tried putting her on my mom's lap, twice. Well, 2 or 3 times. And all 3 times she was, shaking, she, was scared. So, it was a thing. But it's okay. And I had a breakdown about it yesterday. And here's the thing is that I realized I was feeling all the emotions that aren't good, and it had a little bit to do with that, but other things. Things I can't talk about. And personally, for me, it's I know, here's the thing is that I feel I'm the type where I never know how I feel really. Here's the thing is that in one moment I'll think I feel one way, and then I'll look back on it after it's been a little bit and be oh wait, I was wrong. I felt this other way or something, and then so I'm okay. That's I'm okay, but it's not easy. I feel it's not easy, but I'm okay. It's not transferring back to how it was. And one of the reasons you're not getting the music video is because talking about it, talking about her, Susie, is still something hard for me. Because I felt 2 ways on it. One way is that I love her so much, and I really wish I could have kept her. But the other part of me knows that it was the right decision. Even though I didn't get a say in the decision, it was the right one. Because my mom's brother doesn't have too many people and stuff. So he had both of the dogs on his dog, and then his new dog, Susie. And that's, like, his life. Like, that's, like, his people. Like, that, like, gives him a purpose in life. And it's what he loves. And taking care of dogs. And I'm okay. Like, I'm simply okay. And so, I was like, I'm okay. Things are good. But I'm, like, using the time to, like, here's the thing is that, whenever I'm off, anything but happy or excited, and I dance. And yesterday what happened was after I, like, had my, like, breakdown that lasted, like, an hour and, like, a half, I want to say, like, I kind of was still off, and that makes sense. Like, if you said her name, I would have to go in the back and cry. And, like, it was just kind of like, also, I chose not to do ballet yesterday because, first up, I was still kind of a wreck. And, like, my eyes were watering throughout the day. That's actually why in yesterday's video, it looked like there was, like, moments in it where I'm like, I'm okay, and, like, looking like I'm crying. And I wasn't. It was my eyes were watering, and I don't know if it had something to do with it or what. And then last night I went to bed with, like, a little bit of a sore throat for, like, 10 minutes, and then it was good. And I think part of that was because I cried, like, a lot. And it wasn't silent cry, it was, like, almost like throwing a fit, but in a sad way. And that's me. Like, I feel like I don't often silent cry, and I'm gonna be honest here, like, for me, things are different. I don't silent cry too often. Like, I did twice. And I almost did it 2 other times. And the 2 times I did it was when I thought I lost Bella as a friend. And then the other time was because, which was the JoJo concert. Cause back in, like, 2019, I went to a JoJo concert. I didn't do, like, the meet and greet or anything, but I did the show, and it was amazing. I went past that at one point, like, which was Squad Tour. Like, with Squad Tour, I didn't silent cry. I went past that. Like, I was shaking. Like, I was like this the entire time. And that was, like, especially when Jenna pointed at me. I didn't even think she pointed at me. I thought she pointed at the person next to me. Because there were, like, 2 kids there were a couple, like, people next to us. But what generally happened, and then all of a sudden, like, a couple people, meaning my dad and a few other people, were, like, telling me to go. Like, go up on stage. And then I'm like, no, it's not me. Like, you're making a mistake. Get to the ramp. And then Peggy tells me to run up on stage. And I'm like, mind blown. So I, like, went up on stage. And then, like, Jenna walked me over, like, to the center. And, like, there was a conversation between her and Lad about it, though, which was because they were, like, so what happened was that everyone had lined up in a certain spot on the stage, and they were going through, and Lad was, like, putting the microphone in front of them, asking them, like, their age, because, like, how old they were turning because it was, like, for like, your birthday and things. I don't think it was cheating, though, like, so here's the thing with that, my dad pointed, like, so what they did was they said, who here is celebrating their birthday? Then I raised my hand, obviously. Who here, then they're like, who here's birthday is today? Like, whose birthday is it today? And my dad raised my hand even more. And it doesn't count as cheating, because I don't think it counts as cheating, because they knew. They knew my birthday was the week before. Because during the before show meet and greet, the before show meet and greet, like, I told them and stuff. And they're like, oh, when's your birthday? And I'm like, it was last Sunday. And they're like, okay, cool. So they knew ahead of time. I don't know if they forgot or what it was, but I'm happy that worked out how it did. And it doesn't count as cheating then. I feel like, here's my thing, it would have been cheating if they didn't know. But since they knew, they knew, then it doesn't count as cheating, I don't think. Personally, in my opinion, that's how it... But, like, I was shaking, like, that day, and there's actually a line in the song that talks about, like, on stage, like, seeing everyone look at me and stuff, and it references towards that, like, towards that moment, and, like, when I stepped on stage, and I felt like I saw everyone in the audience. I saw, there were, like, two people. There was one person next to me, and I'm gonna kind of call them out, but not really. Like, I'm not gonna give names since I don't even know names, and I don't know, like, their Instagram or anything, but I will say this. So, like, but I'm gonna kind of call them out, and if they're watching this, then I'm sorry, but, like, this is what I choose to do. Which is that, and there was the person, so there was, like, one person also, there were a couple people next to us, but, like, there's one girl next to us. It was, like, when I was up on stage, and one thing that I did was I kind of looked at the audience, and there was a little bit of there was a thing between Jenna and Lab, and what had happened, the thing was, everyone lined up in one spot. So, like, Lab was putting the microphone, like, going through the line, didn't realize I was up there. And the reasoning was because Jenna walked me out. So I didn't, like, get in the line because I followed Jenna because Jenna was holding my hand, walking me out to the center of the stage. Like, and then what happened, so all of a sudden, like, we have one more, and Jen, I was like, wait, and then he turned, and she's like, no, we have another person. He's like, okay, I was wrong, there's one more after this. And then it was really exciting, but there was one girl in the audience, and she was mad. Like, I could tell that she was jealous of me, even because I felt bad in a way, but I also didn't feel bad at all. Like, I felt bad and I didn't because of the fact that, like, I get it, she really wanted to be out there, but I also didn't feel bad because of the fact that, first up, I have been through so much in my life, and none of it ever gets to me, and I enjoy it. But also, like, it was really exciting for me to have my moment up on stage with the squad. Mind blown. That's the sort of thing that I say, that's the thing that I go to bed dreaming about. And for me to actually say that happened was really cool. Even though I was only on stage for, like, maybe 2 minutes at most. like, for not even too terribly long. But it was, like, my moment, and it was really cool. So, like, it was really cool, and, like, I just enjoyed it so much, but I didn't feel bad for her at the same time, because, like, the entire time, like, she was complaining, the whole time, and I'm like, she was generally complaining the whole time, and I think the only reasoning that her mom didn't, like, take her and leave was because, like, her mom had, like, another kid there, and, like, her other kid was being really good. Like, she asked a few questions, but it was, like, not rude. It was just, like, she didn't understand it, like, and that was kind of on everyone else because no one really, I think she was younger, she was kind of younger, and I feel like she didn't understand who the squad was. No one, like, showed her a video or anything. I don't think, because she kind of didn't know who any of the people were. And it's okay, like, but yeah, like, and the thing was that, like, most people, I feel like some people would get really annoyed that, like, someone was, like, trying to ruin their moment, and seeing the look on her face actually made me enjoy it 1,000 times more, because I'm like, I got to, and, like, I'm like, that's called on karma. And and you want something really, when you want something, but you complain about it. You complain about it in a negative way so much that when it comes time to where you have the chance of getting it, you don't. And then you can look back on it and be like, I shouldn't have complained about it, then maybe it would have happened to me. So, like, for me, it was a good moment. And then, yeah, it was really cool. I ended up the photo that I got with Lem and Lion. I met both of them, but the photo was like, you kind of couldn't, you only got to see like half a lion in the photo. That was completely my dad's fault. And then, and I didn't get a photo with Emily, but I met her and she's in the group photo and stuff. And the reasoning it was because I thought I got everyone, and then I realized, like, a couple, like, way after it happened, I realized I didn't get one with Emily, but it's okay. Because I met her, and that's what matters. Like, a photo is a photo. It's not as good as the moment. So, like, I'm just taking it, and the reasoning that it could be a little bit before you get the music video, it's a good song. But the thing is that I DM'd it. I did change the name of her Susie's account. Switched it back to like one of mine. And the reasoning was because like there's no point in it anymore. Like, 'cause we don't, like, she's not our dog and stuff. So like I DM'd it to that account, and the photo is still a photo of Susie. But my mom made the right choice. Also, I was slightly annoyed about something, and I'm gonna have to kind of talk with my mom about what happened. So essentially, what happened was that I was given $50. And my dad ordered something yesterday for me. It was the squad calendar, and the reasoning is because of the fact that I thought, like, my mom, like, forgot. She never gave me my allowance and stuff. And we don't really know why or anything. So, Like my dad ordered some. Oh wait, I forgot for a second because I went like, wait, is Sam in here? Realized it's just my spinner, or like it had tapped my zipper. So like life and stuff. But the thing that I was a little bit annoyed about was the fact that my mom, basically, here's the thing, is that I never order anything in December or buy anything for myself. Like last year, I actually did buy like 2 things for myself. One was a taco candle, and then the other was a pop socket because a ring pop socket because I needed a new one for this phone and stuff. So basically, like, it's a thing. So for me, it's generally a thing, but it works. Like, it generally, like, I know the thing is that we never had the issue. Like, my mom had never said, oh, you can't buy anything in December. Like, and the reasoning is because of the fact that, like, she said, like, we never have that situation. Cause, every year, December's allowance goes directly on Christmas presents, and I, like, go to Dollar Tree. Usually my dad takes me, and by usually I mean he always takes me. And then I pick out things, and that's what people get for Christmas. But this year was not the case because this year my mom decided to pull a little something on me. Which was that, like, a couple months ago, here's the thing, and my mom's the, like, person that, in a way, this type of person can be kind of annoying but smart at the same time, which is my mom's the type of person where the day after Christmas, and literally the day after Christmas, she will go out and go shopping and start buying things for next Christmas. And then like she like does that, and then by the time like when it's like January or something, she'll like start ordering things, and then like they'll like show up to our house, and then me and my dad will be like, oh, what's this for? Like, why did you order? And she's like, oh yeah, this is going to this person and for next Christmas. And he's like, you realize that's like 12 months away. And she's like, I see that soon. Like, she knows that's not sooner. That's just her system. And it's like annoying in a good way. Sometimes I never do that. Because first up, you expect me not to tell someone for 12 months? Like, no. Like, that's not I'm impatient. I am the type where if I buy someone a gift, I want to give it to them soon as I get home from buying it. And see, that just doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. And so this year, my mom was like, it's so annoying that you always, like, last minute go to Dollar Tree. It's not last minute, by the way. The way it's, like, beginning of the month. This year, you're not going to get allowance for the next few months because you gotta save it so you can actually, like, get people gifts that aren't from Dollar Tree. So I literally just took one allowance, ordered a few things and for people, and that's what people are getting. And so that's what people are getting. and people, like, hopefully will like it. It, like, I tried to pick out things that, like, I don't like, but it's not much. Then, so, like, there's that. But this year, like, at first my mom was like, you're not gonna order anything with the money, which was technically like a Christmas gift. And then she's like, okay, fine, you can order things, but you're not gonna open it until Christmas. And I'm like, that kind of defeats, like, I don't get that. Like, I don't get that. And then I'm like, why? And she's like, because, what if you, she literally couldn't even come up with a reason. And then, like, her only reasoning with that is, like, it's not good to order, to get something for yourself, unless it's, like, something that you actually need before Christmas. Like, in December. And by things that you actually need, she means, like, hair soap, body wash, conditioner, food, like that situation. And not like, oh, like, fast food, like, grocery store food. Or, it's a thing. So, like, that was kind of annoying. And then I was a little bit annoyed about that. But I think we're gonna, like, I do know, like, here's my thing is that, like, if I didn't know what was, then, like, yes, I'd be fine with that. But the thing is, I know everything that we ordered because technically my dad picked out 2 of the items. I picked out 1 of the items, plus I picked out the, like, allowance item, which actually went, like, it went $4 out of, like, my allowance, but my dad really didn't care because it's a good item. Which is the squad, it's the pre-order squad rares calendar. And then he picked out 2 items, I picked out 1 item. So he picked out this necklace, it's the baby eye, like, I think it's a choker. It's the baby eye, like, charm necklace thing. And then I picked out a pair of dangly, or the, like, butterfly-shaped baby eye dangly earrings. I tried a pair of dangly earrings once, and I didn't really like them, but that was because I was cautious with them. It wasn't that I, like, hated them, because I didn't put them in and then be like, take them out. Like, it wasn't, like, something like that. It was, I was cautious with them, because I knew nothing about dangly earrings, and I barely knew anything about stud earrings then, so, like, I'm new to the earring world. Also partly because I had just got it was like a little bit after, like, my 30 days, or, like, my month. And I think it was, like, my month or something, where I couldn't change my earrings out or take them out. So, there was that. So, like, and it was my first pair, like, my first time, like, so I didn't know anything about them. But then looking back on it, I'm like, they're not everyday earrings for me because I'm a dancer, and, like, I don't think they would be good for dance. But they're like, oh, if I want to, like, if, like, I can wear them to my sister's Christmas party and different things. So, like, there's that. Then, and he pre-ordered the California crop top. And I had him pick out the stuff, two of the items, because really I told him, like, pick out items that, like, whatever. But then we got down to the final $10, and because of how I reacted last time with dangly ears, and he didn't think about the, like, tour bag. So then he, like, went, like, okay. He didn't want to, like, get them, and he had, like, some money left. So I picked out a pair, and then, but I had him pick out because I love everything on the website. It's hard to choose. But peace out.